choose a friend? Do you look for someone who you have a lot in common with? Or do you look for someone who is different from you? I used to search for friends with many common interests. I thought it was easier and safer. When I saw someone who had different skills or talents in sports and academics, it made me lose confidence in myself. Then, I met a girl who was my polar opposite. Her favorite subject is social studies, which I hate. But I love English, although she doesn't like it at all. Our hobbies were completely different as well. She was into manga, but my thing was watching movies. Of course, she suggested I read manga many times, but I didn't even try. One day, I didn't want to refuse her suggestion anymore, so I finally read one. Do you know what I felt? Manga was much better than I expected, and I was hooked. Now, I love reading manga. We used to do our own thing when we're together, but now we read and talk about manga together. That is my favorite time of all. Manga has brought us even closer. She's my best friend. Nowadays, she teaches me what she is good at, and I teach her what I'm good at. Before tests, she helps me with history, and I help her with English. I learned that because we're different, we can help each other. I thought similarities brought people closer, and differences made us feel farther apart. But now, I realize that differences give us the opportunities to exchange knowledge, which bring us even closer. In the past, when I met someone, I noticed our differences more than our similarities. When I felt we had many differences, I didn't try to connect with them because I didn't know what to talk about. I know it's not easy to connect with people who are different, but I'll try to have courage without assumptions and take the next step to make friends. I believe that slowly but surely, I can develop a better relationship with others. I think so because that's what my best friend and I did. After listening to my speech, I hope you find ways to accept differences with others. Learn to make differences work for you to make a better life. Thank you for listening.
Have you ever heard of Bukatsu? I'm sure everybody here knows what this is. But did you know that Bukatsu is slowly disappearing? Some people say it is disappearing because many students are quitting Bukatsu and some don't even join it in the first place. This very event is happening at my school too. And sadly, some of the Bukatsu are fading away due to a lack of participants. Bukatsu is something that should not fade away, but rather should be embraced. And so, I would like to share my thoughts today as to why that is. One of the reasons I believe Bukatsu should continue is that Bukatsu gives students perfect opportunity to meet new people. First of all, I want to ask you all, if you weren't in any Bukatsu, do you think you would have had a chance to make a friend from different school or different grade? I think the answer will likely be no. It's because many people make these kind of friends through Bukatsu. And thanks to joining Bukatsu, I've been able to make many friends from different schools through Bukatsu's competitions. Another reason I believe Bukatsu should continue is that anyone can join easily. Compared to club teams held outside school, which are very competitive to join, since the school hosts their own and promotes all students to join, It's easy to gain access. Plus, it's free to join. Since you can go straight after school, there's no need for you to ask your parents to send you to the club. Also, there are no tryouts to join, so anybody can participate without worrying about their skill sets. The last reason I'll share with you is that God gives people goals to set up to accomplish. I believe it is important that people set goals for themselves and work hard to achieve them. By having a clear goal, you're able to provide yourself with motivation and ability to make action. Having the same goal in a group allows for better teamwork and will result in increased and strengthened communication. People will start to collaborate and work hard not only for themselves, but also for their teammates. Having the same goal in mind helps people encourage each other to reach that aim. So whenever somebody's struggling, there's always someone to support you. Even at this moment, Bukatsu is gradually disappearing. And we're the one who have to keep them running. Not only for ourselves, but also for the future students, so they have an opportunity to join one. Lastly, if you are ever interested in Bukatsu, don't hesitate, but instead, embrace the opportunity to go out and try yourself. I strongly believe you have no regret in a Bukatsu, and you will even gain a wonderful experience you can look back on. Thank you.
Recently, I read one book. It said, whatever a person is sowing, this he will also reap. This means that what you do now will make a difference in the future. I think that's so true. However, in reality, there are many things that get changed suddenly. For example, our plans were changed because of COVID pandemic. Also, people in Ukraine lost their families suddenly because of the war. Sometimes I wonder, why can't I get the result I want? Sometimes I think to myself, no matter what I do, things don't go as I expected and nothing works. I have a question. Is there a predestined scenario in life I have to stick to? Are we just traveling on a railroad track of life that we cannot veer off? My teachers often say, you can't change the past, but you can change the future. So do your best to study every day. I realize that everyday effort is very important. What we do now will change our future. Don't you think that is a very positive idea? I have a dream that is to travel abroad. That made me want to do what I can now to make my dream come true. I want to use my time wisely and do my best. So, whatever a person is sowing, this he will also reap. These words have taught me what I should do now to make my dream come true in the future. Thank you.